You're listening to Padia Radio on WPDEA FM 94.9, broadcasting live from Seoul, South Korea, where we bring you a different view of the world as seen through the eyes of gifted young writers. I'm your MC, Kyle.
And I'm Carmen. I'm so excited to share some of the best writing that Padia students produced this week. And you know what, Kyle? I think today is going to be the cutest podcast ever.
Cute? What are you talking about?
Well, you always play some cool music at the beginning of the show, and you talk with your deep and serious radio voice. I think this podcast needs some more cute. I'm going to cutify everything.
Carmen, I think it's a stupid idea, but we share this show 50-50. If you want to cutify the show, then go ahead. Was that a cat noise?
Yeah, that's the first cute thing I'm adding. Every time you say something, I'm going to add a cat noise at the end. You know, to make it more cute.
Okay, fine. Today's first essay is by Andy, who studies at Seocho. His teacher is Ryan. Andy calls his essay Landing the Eagle.
In the 1960s, NASA had a mission to circle the moon and test the lunar landing module before landing on the moon and walking on the surface.
To accomplish their goal, they needed another rocket, which was much stronger than the Titan rocket. They invented a rocket called the Saturn, which had 1 million gallons of fuel. The Saturn was much more dangerous than the Titan rocket because it was new and they only tested it 2 times. They also made a new capsule, but when NASA was testing it, 3 astronauts were killed because of a fire in the capsule. NASA now had lots of things to test with the Saturn and the new capsule. NASA had to do lots of tests to make people orbit and land on the moon. First, they tested the Lunar Landing Module. 75% of the lunar landing modules exploded, but they still needed to use them if they were trying to land on the moon. Then, NASA sent the Lunar Landing Module to the moon and made it orbit the moon. They needed to make sure the Lunar Landing Module could pass the dark side without communicating with NASA. Then the Lunar Landing Module came back to Earth with the Command Module. Also, astronauts needed to become geologists because NASA wanted them to bring back rock and sand samples. Finally, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were prepared for the Apollo 11 mission to land on the moon. From the video of NASA's mission, we can learn lots of things, such as how vast space can be. Since space travel is relatively new, many people have sacrificed even their lives in the name of exploration. Also, America spent a lot of money to make expensive rockets.
I think the success of this mission made mankind feel very proud because it showed how men can achieve seemingly impossible feats.
Andy, that essay about space was super intense. Carmen, don't you think these cute noises are, getting in the way of the show?
I think the audience will appreciate the new cutified show. Cute is cool, Kyle.
Well, because we share the show, can I add some of my own sound effects?
Sure, why not? Kyle, what was that?
That was a bomb.
Bombs aren't cute. It doesn't fit the show's theme.
It was a super cute bomb. It was the cutest little bombie that I ever saw.
Ugh, We'll finish this argument after the next essay. Sue at Sucho wrote the next piece. Sue's teacher is Isol. The name of the essay is The Guilt Trip.
Darren Brown's The Guilt Trip plays a nasty trick, which is convincing a person that he or she had committed a murder. This trick is played on Jody,
who is a benevolent young man working with children. He is the perfect man for this experiment because since Jody is kind, he can feel guiltiness more easily than others. Jody is also psychologically robust, so we can see the conclusions clearly. In order to make Jody feel that he did a murder, he needs to pass 3 steps: creating guilt, doubting memory, and creating motive. This experiment will help us get closer to people's minds and thoughts. First, Darren Brown and the actors had to make Jody feel guilt. To do this, Darren Brown triggered him by actors squeezing his left shoulder and using the hotel bell. They made a situation that made Jody feel guilt and triggered him, so he could feel guilt only with the triggering objects. Second, the actors made Jody doubt his memory. They changed their clothes during a speech, and they changed his dinner plate. These actions were to make Jody question his own memory. The actors gave Jody a motive to murder Dr. Patrick Black. Dr. Patrick Black cheated at the croquet game to earn money, which gave a motive to dislike Patrick Black. Also, the actors moved Jody to the field, making him baffled about waking up in the field. This caused Jody to think he murdered Dr. Patrick Black. At the end, Jody confessed to the police that he murdered Dr. Black. This proves that people can manipulate others to make them believe that they did something that they didn't do. During this experiment, I felt that humans are scary.
This experiment shows that humans can control others' thoughts, and controlling others' thoughts seems so dangerous.
Welcome to Carmen's World, the cutest show on the radio. I'm your host, Carmen. Today, we will be eating cupcakes and tying pink bows on the heads of little white kittens.
This is Kyle's World, a world of violence and destruction. On today's show, we're going to be throwing rocks at windows and pushing Carmen off a bridge. Oh yeah!
Stop the music! Stop it! This is crazy! Let's just work together. I mean, that's what co-hosts do, right?
Okay, I'll edit together your music and my music to make the cutest and most intense song the world has ever heard.
On second thought, maybe we shouldn't combine ideas. Congratulations to Andy and Sue at Sucho. You two were amazing. In 2 weeks, you will be making another recording. So work and practice hard to make sure your recording gets to the final round.
If you want to listen to this recording again or send it to someone, download the file from iTunes. Open the iTunes store and search for Padia. That's all for today's show. This is Kyle.
And Carmen.
Signing off from WPDEA FM 94.9, Seoul, South Korea.
Bye, everyone.
And there was a girl